Welcome to East Coast Reviews. Today, we're doing our final episode of the whiskey examination. Sorry, guys. It's all ending after this. No, I'm just kidding. This will be our final Irish whiskey.
I doubt it's going to be the finest.
Our final Irish whiskey for the month. Then we're going to move on to something else. So today, we got another whiskey examination, 6-point category rating system. If you guys are here every Monday, you know the drill. 6 categories. Aesthetics, nose, flavor, mouthfeel, finish, value, aesthetics, 10 points. The other 4 are 20 points. Today we got Paddy's. Oh, Paddy's Irish whiskey. Now, this looks a lot different than what I remember it to be, okay? Let me pull this up really, really quick. This is what I thought I was. All right, so Bumpy's got some smaller bottles. Nice. So this is what I remember the bottle used to look like. So you see $20 for this. It looks a little different now. Because now we got this really nice tin. I don't know what you get. What do you got? Bumpy has smaller bottles. Dan, what do you have? Do you have small bottles too?
Yeah, he's got
I
small
literally
bottles.
held mine up the same time Bumpy did.
I wasn't paying attention.
You only saw me.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Well, I'm the only one. $20 for a tin. It actually has some good information on my tin. What about you guys? I'm telling you, I got a lot more information on mine. And cheers to the chat. I see we got some chatters. Cheers.
Mine says product of Ireland, aged for a minimum of 3 years, according to the Irish Whiskey Act 1980.
Yep.
Cork
Minimum of what did
Distilleries.
you say? Minimum of what? How many?
3 years.
Okay, I thought you said 2 for a second. Yeah, mine says 3.
This says also on the
imported
front,
and bottled by Sazerac.
Yeah, so this is a Sazerac. Well, it's distributed by Sazerac, but it says product of Ireland right on the back. We got a nice little what do you call that? Like
Cork
time.
Distilleries Company.
We got a little focus, please. So we
I'm
got
sorry.
a little time frame thing. I was talking to the camera. On the back, I'll just read this really quick. It says Irish whiskey, blend of grain, malt, and pot still, right at the top. Our Irish whiskey traces its roots back to 1779, but its true name did not come until much later when a salesman by the name of Paddy Flaherty roamed pub to pub with a sales pitch of equal parts smooth triple distilled whiskey, good humor, and revelry. Paddy was as beloved as the whiskey he sold, in no small part because of the free rounds he'd give at every stop. It was only fitting that this fine whiskey became known as Paddy's, and the rest, they say, is history. They're out of Cork, Ireland. This is Cork Distillers Company. Try to read this quick. 1779, first whiskey produced by North Mall Distillery, later merging into Cork Distillers Co. Then in 1868, Cork Distillers Company first produces their signature map of Ireland whiskey. 1882, the gregarious and jovial host Patrick Paddy O'Flaherty joins Cork Distillers Co. as a traveling salesman. 1892 to 1921, Paddy roams from pub to pub, spreading equal parts great whiskey and good cheer with 3 tipples along the way. Paddy's nickname becomes synonymous with the brand as accounts feverishly request more Paddy's whiskey. That was in 1913. 1921, Paddy retires from life on the road as a traveling salesman for the Cork Distillers Co. around the age of 70. 1922, Paddy's honored as Honest Paddy Flaherty, who was never known to speak a disparaging word about any person in competition with him. And it says 1928, Patrick O'Flaherty dies. He is buried not far from a leader of the Irish temperance movement. So, yeah, based off of this guy right on the front there. Cool picture of him.
I wonder if he was ever in a paddy wagon.
Do you guys have a picture of him, or does it just show the island?
No, it's got the little banner down below that says.
Okay. So that's this.
Paddy
Let me
Flaherty.
pop this open. And we got I kind of screwed up the wrap because it was. I had to take a picture. So it comes with like this newspaper. It's like newspaper article. Kind of ruined it, but it's like this is wrapped around the bottle.
Well, they're really selling this shitty whiskey.
I mean, for $20.
This is the definition of we're gonna put it in the fanciest thing we can find, gents. It'll sell like hotcakes.
I mean, come on. We haven't even tried it yet. Come on. You never know. This would be a good one.
It's like putting out a wax bottle of Natty Light.
Put the newspaper back in the tin. All right. This is what the bottle looks like. Paddy's. So this is looks kind of like
just like our mini bottles, but bigger.
Yeah. And then I believe so. We got this twist. This is actually a tab. Hold on.
So one of my bottles, I either get gypped or I got like a bonus.
What?
So this bottle looks kind of like Dan's. I mean, it's the liquid's kind of below the neck quite a bit. In this bottle, it's like right up to the top.
Oh yeah, it's just an overfill. All right, and we got plastic stuff.
Said
off
Bumpy
top.
can handle it.
We got a cork, and look,
What a cork!
it's a real cork, and they're at a Cork, Ireland.
We got
Twist offs.
a little
Come
metal
on,
twist
$20.
off.
You got all the information on the back again.
How much does this give you in a glass? Let's see
$20.
how much I've been
Can't go
over.
wrong. All right, I'm pouring mine up.
Oh no, I pour about 50 milliliters every time I drink. Then I don't feel so bad about myself anymore.
Nice honey color.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's quite the aroma coming out of that. Just from that pour, it's kind of filled up my
There we go.
room here with Paddy smells.
A little bit of a lacing. Looks kind of thin. What's the ABV on this? Did we even say that?
40%.
40%, 80 proof. And Bumpy, look at this, right? So we're going to pull up Paddy, and he's hiding behind a rock.
Oh, you're pulling up the.
Look at
Is
Paddy.
he like the Burger King dude?
He's hiding behind a rock. Look. And then look at this. Oh, you're going to love this. Look how ironic this is. Like, what are the chances? Look. And then award-winning whiskey, and then you can go to Paddy's.
Clever observations, zinging rejoinders, and random thoughts from the man himself. Wow.
What are the odds, right? There are only so many hours in a day. Ambition is admirable, but now it's time for a whiskey.
Are you sexy enough for sex?
Okay, not again with that one. We're not far enough into the show.
I was just saying one of my bumpyisms.
All right. So what do you guys think of the color? Aesthetics, packaging? You guys have smaller bottles.
Yeah, I mean the package, it looks just the same as yours. I mean, it would have been interesting to have a little tiny cork in there, but
Tell you, the guy get that whistle pig to get that tiny cork.
can't wait until we do. Whoops, son of a bitch.
I mean, to
Still
me,
going over
this
there,
looks super light.
Yeah, it does. It is. It looks very light. Yeah.
It looks like apple juice.
It does kind of. I like the presentation of the bottle. I don't know. I'm gonna give it maybe like the whiskey is definitely a little lackluster, but the package is cool and they give you all the information. I might go 6. I don't want to give it 7. I think 7 would be giving it too much. If there was like a little bit more color to it.
Bro, yours came with a newspaper, bro.
Yeah, and the 10. I'm going to give mine a 6 because it's okay. I mean, for a little tiny bottle, it doesn't look.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yes.
I mean, if they want to go for the gusto, they would have made this glass and not plastic.
I thought it was glass until I knocked them together and said, "Hey,
It's like you get all the accoutrement with Tanner's size, but us, we're just like, whatever.
You paid.
What did you pay for yours? We didn't even talk about price. We didn't even talk about price. We didn't even ask everybody what the price was.
99 cents a bottle.
What was yours, Dan?
99 cents.
Come on. That's cheaper than buying what I bought. That would be $15. If you got
a 10 in the
if
newspaper.
you bought 15 of those, that would be. If you bought 15 of those, that would be a $7.50. So you paid $15 for the $7.50. That's pretty.
I mean,
damn.
to be honest,
This is 20.
this is like what? Cheaper than a hamburger at McDonald's? Like,
Yeah. And it will get you there faster.
like you're living the gourmet life with ramen noodles and this in college. You know what I mean?
Ramen? Did you just say
Ramen.
ramen?
Who's We're going to the liquor store, boys. We're going to get some.
I didn't even want to address that. Let's just move on.
Oh, wait, real quick,
ramen.
before we move on, I want to tell you a story.
All right. Good thing I
And
looked
you're gonna
here.
pick on me about ramen. I walked in the liquor store. I said, "Hey, I'm looking for the smallest bottle of Paddy's you got. Maybe a couple of nips." The guy just looks at me. He's like, "What are you from, New Hampshire or Connecticut?" I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Only guys that come in here from the Northeast call these things nips." And I was like, "Well, funny story." And I told him what we do every Monday or whatever. I said, "I do hang out with a kid from Rhode Island, and I learned it off of him." So there you go.
Well, apparently don't use that word then, because nobody will know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
And kids shouldn't be drinking alcohol.
All right. What did you guys what are we on?
We're gonna get to nose.
Okay. You guys all set with the aesthetics?
Yeah.
All right. You want to go with the nose on it?
It's got that distinctive honey from like the other Irish whiskeys.
For a brief second, I got like that booty funk that comes out of your belly button, that kind of smell.
I've never smelt your booty funk.
You should.
This was supposed to be a somewhat professional show, guys.
No, I'm being serious. There was
dial
like
it
a.
back. We just dial it back just a tad.
I said honey.
I didn't know we're restricting what we smell.
How do
No,
you
seriously.
get-
I got like a take off your sock after like a long day at the construction site kind of smell for a brief second.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Smell the outside of your glass.
I think
Makes
you
me
need,
feel
I think you
bad.
need to wash your hands.
Yeah, I've been picking my belly button all day. That's what it was.
Well,
I just get that kind of.
If you're watching
There's
this-
like there's a slight kind of sugar cookie, like honey and sugar cookie. That's what I
price
kind
is
of.
still around.
Can you-
It's more just like there's a slight spice in oak, and then kind of like an apple citrus. There's like a little bit of like citrus and apple. There is kind of a weird funk. It's kind of got like a earthy, mossy funk. I don't know
Yeah,
about.
that's kind of like maybe peat. A little
Yeah,
peat,
yeah, it's kind of like that.
but not smoky.
It's like, yeah, it's a little earthy and like kind of off. I can see where Dan's saying that, but I think it's more so kind of like a like you said, like a mossy kind of thing.
What kind of barrels was this aged in?
I don't know.
I must get like a cedar.
I don't think
or
it
something.
says. It just says aged for a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah, it's funny because
So it's probably reused bourbon barrels or something.
the woodiness that I get, I smell like particle board.
Yeah.
Like like those particle
It's
board.
kind of like it's kind of like damp. It's like wet wood. It's like damp wood. It's kind of weird. It's got like a musty kind of earthy. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it! And when I say things smell like clay and stuff like that, you guys harp on me.
I said it smells like it's like a funky earthy wood. I think that's just kind of how it is. That's the So what is it again? It's
I don't know.
a
I think I
blend
like
of
it more than you
grain,
like it.
grain, malt, and pot still. So it's like they're not just using straight barley. After it
Smells like
opens up,
wormwood.
after I get past the ethanol a little bit more, I really just get like maybe like a butterscotch, slight vanilla, and like a touch of spice. It's very lackluster on the nose, but like I usually say, do you guys want to take a sip before we give it a rating on the nose? Because I think that
Sure
kind of will help
do.
us open our
Tell
sides.
them a do.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Much better on the palate. There's a
It's
nice
good.
like zingy. There's a nice zingy lingering spice, but there's a building heat.
That's quite spicy.
There's a nice caramel kind of vanilla combo right up front,
I get sugar cone.
combined with like a little bit of maybe like some grain. It's kind of got like a cereal grain.
Cheers. Is my mic working?
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right. I couldn't tell because anything I've said, I don't get a response.
Oh no, I'm just throwing out
Oh,
flavor.
that's how I am all the time. It's okay.
What were you saying then?
Exactly.
What?
Well, I was saying flavor notes too. We were saying them at the same time, bro.
Well, you took a pause. I said mine, and then you continued on.
Spice is building. Spice and heat for 40%. It's definitely a very you can tell it's kind of young. It's like a young distillate that really hasn't had too much influence on the barrel. It's kind of just very lackluster. They're not really doing any finishing like you would typically get, like with the other ones that we've had. Sherry cask, stout barrel. So you figure you're getting more of like a raw, just straight Irish whiskey blend. So you do have to take that into consideration. It does have a little bit more of like a spice kick to it, and a little bit more of that oak. It still kind of has that earthy, kind of musty, funky aroma.
Besides the
Palate
kind
much more is much better in my opinion.
the sugar cone, I kind of get out of it. I'm also getting a touch of like a green apple.
Yeah, apple note definitely. What do you think, Dan? Caramel apple?
There's
Spice.
definitely like this drying.
Yeah, it's
so
astringent.
drying. Like
It is very astringent.
like to me, I get like that kind of wet particle board thing going on. And then like there's this kind of sweet honey that kind of revives it just a little bit. But then it goes into this like astringent kind of drying oaky, not even oak, but just a drying pith to it. There is like, are you guys getting like just the slightest bit of citrus to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I said that with the nose. It's more noticeable on the nose, I think. But yeah, I do get it. I can see that on the palate as well. Like I said, it's very like soft. The flavor notes are very soft. What is complex is soft, and then it's kind of just steamrolled by this friggin' overpowering, like super spicy component that kind of lingers on the tongue, and it creates this really drying astringency.
Yeah,
almost like
putting too much black pepper on something.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I was gonna say a white pepper. I don't know if you guys have ever had white pepper.
Yeah, I've had white pepper. You ever had pink peppercorns?
I have.
Right.
I have.
I have not. I don't even. What's the difference?
That's an odd.
Dare I ask, Bumpy? What to do? Depends on what response I'll get out of that.
It tastes like pink peppercorns.
Okay. Good response. We keep it professional.
Well, it's just like the Himalayan sea salt. I mean, the sea
Yeah.
salt tastes like the pink sea salt. There's no difference. The color.
Really? Is one better for you?
Yeah,
Why
probably
people use
darker fruits and vegetables seem to have more antioxidants and stuff.
So before they actually have flavor notes on the website, so I haven't read them yet. I don't want to look at them until we have a solid on what we think
It's
about it.
definitely young.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. It's very youthy, and then it's got like a really really earthy, musty nose.
Just because it comes in a little bottle, Dan, doesn't make it young.
It comes in big bottles too, okay?
Yeah.
But it's not for all ages. 21 plus. Drink responsibly.
This tastes like this is like the Irish whiskey.
Well, I mean, if Paddy was going around selling it, people were liking it. Yeah. I'm probably taking shots of this, getting wrecked. 40%.
I think it does definitely have more of a bite.
Go for a big sip.
Yeah. It's got more of a bite on it than any of the other Irish whiskeys. The other Irish whiskeys were all smoother than this one. And it might just be due to that big pepper, that peppery pepperiness that it has. But
and I wonder if this will open up and aerate a little bit and mellow out. That would be nice.
I will never know.
This is definitely something college kids are getting shots at the bar of.
$1, yeah.
Yep. So I said
it's a cheap alternative to Jameson. Jameson nips are like what, $3?
$3.99.
I think better than the Jameson somewhat, like because it's got that American bite to it. I think.
I can't go that far, personally.
I would say Jameson's definitely more appealing and much more smoother.
It's much smoother.
You want to go smoother, but yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't like it.
If you like talking about like what Dan's talking about, if most people that are drinking Irish whiskey typically want a little bit cleaner of a finish. They want a bit nicer of a flavor. They don't want like to be punched in the face with this spice and super astringency, you know.
But I kind of like that a little bit.
I'm saying I like it too. I agree with you, but I'm saying other people who are typically not drinking.
Well, I'm not other people, and I'm not scoring it as other people. Time for more.
Bumpy smash.
Oh, that's it. You're making me drink through 2 bottles tonight. Sounds like glass.
I mean, for $2, you technically got 100 ml for $2. You really can't go wrong there. That's not bad.
$1.98 there, Willie.
Actually, yeah. Unless you're Dan, you pay taxes. So Dan was like $2.20 something or some weird.
Actually, it was. It came to like $2.25. Because the guy, I go to pull out my card. He's like, "There's a $5 minimum." I was like,
"Cheers, Sam."
He's like, "You want anything else?" And I was like, "Not really." Although I almost walked out with a bottle and bond 1792. I'm like, yeah. Go take water.
Here's more guys. Like not paying attention.
Sure. All the new Jacks came out today too. Or this recently.
That's a great movie, Sam. Cheers, Andy. Sorry, I'm like trying to find the comments where you guys came in. Cheers, guys.
I feel like a lot like the nose, the flavor kind of it's a 1-2 punch, and that's it.
The flavor is very, it's the finish is too overpowering. It's not blended to be smooth. I don't know. It's just like Bumpy said. It's kind of more of if you want kind of that more spicier note. But yeah, I wish I don't know what barrels they're using, but Does the website say?
You didn't say it. It didn't say it in the newspaper.
Nah, I couldn't read the newspaper. It was too crinkled.
Dude, you know what? I think this is gonna sound really crazy, but that funk, for that brief second of funk, it almost smells like. Have you ever opened like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, emptied it, and the can sits there, and then when you finally take care of it, that's what it smells like.
They need to fix to links on their website because it sends you to a 502 error.
It smells like salty. Like
Okay,
salty cream.
so you could do an Irish mule. Hold on, let's look at cocktails. This is fun.
Let's score.
Irish mule. What are you in a rush for? We're only 26 minutes in. You can go over your scores while I look at some recipes.
I give the nose a 10.
What's this? I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with the rest of this bottle, okay, Bumpy?
Make one of those things, a Paddy sour.
That looks good. Lemon juice, simple syrup, egg white.
Dude, wouldn't that be cool if they gave you a thing of cards? Do that, Paddy as the ace.
Oh, he's actually the king.
Oh, the king. That was an ace card.
That's probably what you need to do with this. Put it in just a shot of Paddy's.
Oh, look at that. Drink it with darts. That's delicious.
I'm telling you, it's like they're aiming for college kids.
Who does? Paddy's neat. You just drink it straight up. That's awesome.
They should have put the queen in there too.
Is that what we're doing? Are we just drinking it neat? Shit. Yes, people, we are drinking it neat. Why is that a recipe on here though?
Yeah, do a ginger patty.
Ginger patty.
Baker's
ginger
man.
ale. That actually sounds pretty good. I've had ginger ale and Irish whiskey before.
Yeah.
That's all. So when I said I always used to drink Jameson all the time, that's what I drank was Jameson and ginger all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I used to go to the bars, Jameson and ginger.
Coffee, brown sugar, whipped cream. I should do one of those. I should do a morning live stream and make myself a nice Irish cream coffee.
Yeah, it's called the morning after pill.
And do it on like a day off in the morning.
For the nose, I gave mine a 15.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't get past the like earthy, musty, funky.
I liked that. I liked where it kind of has that peaty smell.
Yeah, see, I like
the
whiskey too, but
the kind of peppery nose to it.
I think I'm gonna go.
And I like that it smells like waffle cones.
What do you think? What do you think, Dan?
10.
I'm gonna go 13.
I need Bear Man on here so that this can score better.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
I think Bear Man would agree with my nose.
I give it 13. That's a little bit above average. I'm not complaining with that one. Flavor, guys? What do you think?
There's nothing above about that. But give the flavor a 12.
If the flavor lasted longer, the flavor would be the best part.
I gave the flavor a 12 too.
Really? I'm gonna go. I'll go 14 on the flavor. Because the flavor that it has, it's pretty solid. Like I said, it just gets drowned out by that finish. So, yeah, it's caramel apple, vanilla, cereal grains, like that little bit of that kind of like earthy aspect is kind of there, but it's more spice and astringency.
Yeah.
I wish we didn't drink that Jameson before this.
It does kind of taste more like scotch, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 14. You guys think about mouthfeel?
I mean, if there was one, I could think about it, but
You don't think there's a mouthfeel?
It's minimal.
Well, I guess the lingering, spicy, tingling, and astringency kind
I
of.
guess maybe I'll factor that more in the finish.
I get this kind of it's almost like a medium feel to it weight wise. It does kind of stick around a bit on the palate. It kind of coats the palate, I feel.
It's got a little bit more of a viscosity to it than your typical 40%.
Yeah, I'm at a 15 for the mouthfeel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely more thick than the
I'm gonna let Dan say what.
whatever the hell one we did there, the Bush Mills.
Yeah.
But Dan wasn't there for the other shittier whiskeys.
Guess I'll give the mouthfeel.
Give it a good old college try.
I'll give the mouthfeel 13. I feel it's adequate for the ABV.
Well, Dan, hold up your glass. Cheers. I meant over here. Because I have a 13 as well. Cheers. Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit more than average. It's got a little bit more viscosity to it, but definitely, yeah, I just want more out of it, of course. You know, I wish I had a little bit more influence from the barrel. And I think if it did have a little bit more influence from the barrel, you get more of that caramel kind of vanilla-like flavor, you know. It would add to the depth of the, you know what I'm saying? The flavor of the mouthfeel. But yeah, it just kind of, like you said, it kind of tastes a little youthy. You also got to put that into perspective, especially when it comes in the mouthfeel, because, you know, of course, a young whiskey isn't going to be super rich, decadent. It's going to be a little bit thinner. Not bad, though. So far, I mean, it's doing a lot better than I thought it would. I never really had too crazy of an opinion about it. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it a long time ago. I can actually look at my channel now. It's probably like 5 years ago, maybe less than that, maybe more. Paddy's Irish Whiskey. 6 years ago, I reviewed this. It was a different bottle.
Look what Dan bought me.
That's dope. Who bought you that?
My best friend, Dan.
You sent him that, Dan?
Yeah, I'm trying to pay him off for friendship, basically.
Nice.
No,
I
heard him talking about his glasses getting leached into and stuff, and he'd have to replace them. So.
Oh, nice. And now you're blurry, Bobby.
It's because of Dan.
Sorry, big man, not paying attention. Yeah, I don't know how that was.
I think it's a mix.
Oh, I was talking about the neat thing. I don't know how that was a cocktail. Shrinking neat. I'll be your friend. And still blurry.
No, it's back.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
my face is smashed. That's all.
13 for the mouthfeel.
And I agree.
All right.
Finish.
Somebody else can go first, not me. I like.
Want me to go first? I'll go first if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I like the finish too. I think the finish is pretty good. I think the finish is second to being the best part about this whiskey, besides the upfront initial flavor. I like that it has a little bit more to it than your typical just kind of 40% bang for your buck product. You know, it's got a little bit more of a punch if you're looking for that, but you only have like $20. Working our way towards value here, you know. I think the finish, I'm gonna go 15. I think I'm gonna give it the highest score, actually.
No, because I gave it 15 too, so I tied you.
Well, I'm saying compared to my numbers, I was gonna go less than flavor, but I think I don't know. I like the finish, yeah, especially for this price range, this product, 40%, 80 proof. It's got some good. It's got definitely a decent finish after you sip on it for a little bit. At first, it's a little punchy, but yeah, once you maybe have a glass or two, it starts calming down a little bit, and I definitely appreciate it. $20, you can't go wrong. So 15. And I'm not here to bash any products. You know, I'm going to give it an honest opinion. I'll tell you if I don't like it or not. But I do feel like at $20, considering the numbers we've been given haven't been terrible. I don't think anybody on the panel has said anything
No, I'm pretty amazed. I thought this was going to be
super offensive about it. Yeah.
This is one I'd buy this one again.
And let's just say, you know, you're going to a party or something, $1. Like I said, I'm working my way towards the value there.
Oh, shady.
17 for a 750 beer, man, it says.
I'm at a 13 for a finish.
That's fair.
Value.
You didn't give your finish.
Yeah, I did. 15.
Oh, that's right. You said that. You agreed with me.
Value? I'm at a 9 for value.
I don't know. I'm gonna go 9, but I mean, $20. Hey, friggin', you get this tin, this nice little packaging. The whiskey's not terrible. They got a nice little cocktail list on their website. You can make certain drinks with it. I'm gonna go. I would say, especially let's say what the other ones we've had, Bushmills, Tullamore Dew. Those were all a little bit more than $20. I think this was the cheapest one, right?
Yeah.
Jameson's kind of expensive, like $30 around there, or 27. I think it was. Jameson's like 27. Bushmills was right around there. The Jameson Stout one was like almost $40 bucks.
I'm at a
Tullamore Dew. What was Tullamore Dew? 25. You guys technically paid 15 for a 750. Figure that price.
I'm getting the value at 9.
I think I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna be fair. Say 8. With that being said, there are $20 bottles of bourbon that I personally, if we're talking about whiskey in general, I would probably go for over something like this. But Irish whiskey realm, yeah, this is a straight up value.
I mean, personally speaking,
whiskey
I don't
in general,
think
I would go for like bottle and bond Evan Williams. I mean, come on.
I mean, personally, I don't
Less
think
than
it's
$20.
fair to compare bourbon in this. I would
Well, I'm
choose
saying
bourbon
whiskey
over
in
Irish
general.
whiskey all the time.
I'm saying overall, Irish whiskey, bargain, whiskey in general, there's stuff that I would pick over it. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, Dan, that's all he's saying.
So it's a, we're doing the whiskey examination if you want to base it off of. Obviously, I'm not going to be like, I can pay this for a rum, but as far as like whiskey, if you're a whiskey drinker, and we are doing whiskey examinations and we're adding them all to the same thing and we're putting stuff ahead of one another and on a list, then it's only fair to do that. No? Right? Because we don't have a separate list for Irish. We don't have a separate whiskey for Canadian. You know what I mean?
Maybe there should be. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's easier to stick to one group. One group as a whole.
Yeah.
What do you guys have for scores? I'm going to tally mine up.
62.
Wah, wah, wah.
Somehow I came up with 10 more points than Dan did at a 72.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that low either. All right, I'm at 69.
It's an average of 67.6, so 68.
Well, let me just do my math one more time.
So it definitely didn't beat out the Jameson Stout, which I don't think it should have. If it did, that would have been whack. But
Jameson Stout was 76. It tied your Tullamore Dew.
What was the average, Dan? 68?
67.6, so 68. Jameson was a 69.
Really?
Bushmills was a 62.
That's fair. I can see that then. Bushmills, yeah. This is better than Bushmills. And it's cheaper, too. Wouldn't you say so, Bubby?
yeah. And I liked it better than Tullamore Dew, too, even though it ended up tying with what the overall score of that one was. But
Speaking of what Tanner said about the bourbon, this tied Old Forester 86.
which is a cheap one.
This beat out Evan Williams Bottle and Bond by 2
Yeah,
points.
but my Old Forester 86 rating, I feel like, is way higher than everyone else's because I like Old Forester 86.
The Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, we gave that a 66.
Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, 66?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, proved myself wrong right there. I still think overall I would still buy the Bottle and Bond Evan Williams.
Well, I mean, it's a group rating, so
Oh, yeah.
may not necessarily be your rating. But
I was going to say mine's probably higher. Now I'm going to have to go look back. I have
trying to see what else is close. Both bullets were lower.
Yeah, Bullet did not do well. I don't know what they
Larceny,
do. Bullet
Larceny
used to
scored
better.
a 66, so that's lower than this.
Yeah. Old Forester, I gave it 69 and 68, so same exact score as this. I gave it a 69. The average was a 68. I don't remember. When did we do the Evan Williams? Was that earlier? Probably, right?
Yep, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Episode 6.
Oh, okay.
And then for episode 7, we gave Evan Williams Black a 55.
Yeah, I don't have that written down in this. I have 2 different notepads. do you guys think of the overall score? Who gave it the highest, Bumpy? What did you give it?
I gave 72.
72. Still not far off from everyone else.
I mean, I like the bite that I had. Like I said, it kind of reminded
Yeah.
me more of a bourbon-esque type thing. It's
Yeah.
peppery. I kind of like that.
I think that's why maybe they have kept this brand around. I don't know how exact the recipe is, but yeah, it seems like as far as like uniqueness, it's definitely a unique Irish whiskey. Maybe that's why it's on the cheaper side, because it's not your typical finished in a wine barrel sherry cask. You know what I'm saying? It's not your typical smooth Irish whiskey, and maybe that's why some people prefer it. Maybe that's why it's still being made and people still buy it. So I think that's fair. 68 out of 100. Yeah, we got a cork too. I'm actually gonna pour a little bit more of this before we end it. Final thoughts? Anything like that, guys?
I wonder if they have a
next
celebration day in Ireland, in Cork, Ireland.
Probably.
If they have Corkless Day in Cork, Ireland.
Wow, that's a good beer.
Eugene Vaxie.
Ooh.
What was I gonna say? Oh, next week. What are we doing? Did
We don't know yet.
I thought we decided. Maybe not. Oh, I think I said a finished bourbon, but that'll probably be hard to find. So we'll probably do another bourbon. You guys want to go back to bourbon for a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah. It's a good idea. So yeah, next week we'll do another bourbon or another whiskey examination, which will probably be a bourbon. Yeah, if you guys just want to do shout outs, we'll wrap this up. Maybe final thoughts on the whiskey, whatever you want to say. Mr. Dan, would you like to go first?
I mean, overall, it's not the worst purchase, I think.
Spent
I mean, 99 cents. It is. I'll tell you what. If I was making an Irish whiskey forward mixed drink, right? If I needed something, I didn't want to buy big bottles. I would be like, dude, I'll totally go to the store, buy like 3 of these things, and I'm good.
They'd be a good party. Be a good party thing.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
like, many kids stocking at Christmas.
So yeah, it's not something I'm going to drink all the time, but in fact, I'll probably never touch it again unless I'm making drinks and I need Irish whiskey, to be honest.
Knowing you, you'll probably buy some tomorrow.
I mean, I have another bottle right here. So, no, like if I'm going to sip on Irish whiskey, I'd rather have what's behind Bumpy's shoulder, the Jameson Stout edition. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I absolutely love it. If I'm going to sip on
that Jameson Stout though needs the finish more like the Paddy's. I think that would have bumped up the score.
So, yeah, I'm glad I could find some nips of it. And yeah, as far as shout outs go, later on tonight, me and Mike are getting together to film. We got an unboxing we're doing. We got some.
Speaking of shout outs, your son's shouting in the background.
Yeah. No, we got a package from a brewery, so we're gonna do an unboxing from them, and yeah, keep an eye out for some unboxing soon. And today, what was our video today that I released? Oh, it was from the brewery. It was their Wild Ale aged in gin barrels, which was a collaboration with Jester King. So that was pretty good. Yeah, check it out.
Nice. Oh, I didn't even realize your name is not your name. FLX Beer Reviews, everyone.
I'm the other half.
Yeah.
FLX Beer Reviews.
Oh, hey, shout out to Kyle over at No Hype. He hung out with Mike in Albany. That was really cool. Mike told me I couldn't come, so.
Nice.
He did bring me back some Fidens, though. That was nice of him.
That was very thoughtful.
You can't come, I'll bring you back fighting.
It's a consolation prize. Me and Kyle had a wonderful evening. Here's some beer. Shut your mouth. That's what happened. Cheers.
Bobby. Bobby.
I mean, I don't know who to shout out as a channel. I don't know. Hold on. Popped into his live for a little bit last night. Check out his name is
I'm a lollipop kid.
Senate Squirmy. He does different videos. He eats things, lots of things, kind of almost like daring type videos. I'm going to eat as much of this, or I'm going to eat super hot things or whatever, but he does lives all the time too. Yeah, so Senate Squirmy. That's what it looks like there. And let's see what else on my channel. I'm not blurry. I'm bumpyisms now. That's just because of the various things I started putting out on my channel, not just beer related. So I do my beer reviews still. Had one post today. It was a New Hampshire beer tasting one. So yeah. And then we got some frozen pizza reviews. I put those out. I try to get one of those out a week if I can. And then I also have some cooking stuff. I'll put out, like, if most of it's going to be, I mean, if I did, chili or something, I had that in my channel like a long time ago of making chili inside. But the most of my videos recently of anything of me cooking has been out either on the Blackstone or out on the smoker. So yeah, if you're into any of those types of things, I'm not like an educational, this is how you do it type when it comes to like the cooking, but I do talk about kind of where I have the temperature set to show most of what I'm doing. I might cut out some stuff. I don't want.
If you can watch somebody do something and they explain how they're doing it, you're technically teaching them how to do it. I mean,
yeah. And then I'll eat. I'll usually take a bite or two of whatever I make, just to give a description of, well, show what it looks like, and then kind of say if it's good or not. Because I have had somewhere I'm just like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I watched one where you were like really mad at the pizza. I think you paid
the frozen pizza reviews are
$10 for one.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. I will not buy any more of those things.
It was like an expensive one.
Yeah, that was the thing. If it was like a $3 pizza, I would have been like, okay, I expected it, but it was like $10, and I think it was because of all the cheese they put on it. They just put mounds and mounds of cheese, but it was like basically flavorless with cheap ass pepperonis. It had some weird flavor in the sauce. I mean, it was supposed to be
like. Didn't you say the dough wasn't that good?
The dough wasn't good either. The dough was flavorless. Yeah, it was bad. It was just a bad pizza.
I almost got some Detroit Motor cheese sticks.
Oh, they have the bread too.
Yeah, it was like the bread cheese stick things.
Yeah, the cheesy
You should
breads.
try those. You should try those Gordon Ramsay. You know how they do like the Hungry Man, all those like prepared like dinners, like
TV
frozen
dinner.
Yeah, TV dinners, frozen dinners. I heard the Gordon Ramsay ones are pretty good. You should review
I'm
those.
not going to start doing frozen dinners.
Oh.
Yeah, the pizza
know,
thing started because
that's a whole different freaking.
it was. Yeah, I mean, it was like watching reviews from David Portnoy, and then he like gave like one of my pizzas I really enjoy kind of a crappy score, and I'm just like, what? Screw this guy. And then also my family, we came to an issue one night trying to get frozen pizza where the store didn't have the pizza that pretty much everybody likes. So instead of choosing another frozen pizza, my stepdaughter got hot dogs. So if I could recommend a different frozen pizza, if the Motor City one's out, then that's kind of where this is going. I found plenty of decent frozen pizzas.
We'll shun the day hot dogs are brought into the home. Shame.
Well, when you're ready for a pizza and it's like, we're doing hot dogs, it's like, all right.
So disappointed. I mean, brats would be better than just hot dogs. Huh?
Yeah, nobody. That's the thing. Yeah, nobody. We'll have to talk too after this is over because you're coming over tomorrow. You have to figure out what to cook.
Oh yeah,
I can definitely get some brats if you like brats.
You guys,
are you still doing
no
Huh?
Still doing shout outs?
No, I'm done. We started talking about frozen pizzas and other things. So
no, I want to show. We didn't even look at the flavor notes, but look at this. It says, complex interplay of nutty maltiness, woodland fragrances and spice, with hints of honey and vanilla. That woodland fragrance is what that earthy, musty note has.
I'm gonna call bullshit on complex. There's nothing complex about that whiskey.
it's not super complex, but I mean, it does have different.
That's the nose, though. The nose.
It's like a 1-2 punch.
Taste light and crisp with distinctly light, nutty, malty, and charred wood character. That's the charred wood. But I don't think they ever said anything about. So I mean, there you go, charred oak barrel. So they're probably using reused bourbon barrels. Finish, gently fading sweetness. What? With mellow maltiness and mild woody notes. What?
It's got a peppery burn.
Yeah, it's spicy. Mellow maltiness and mild woody notes. Wow. I wonder who's tasting that.
Why does Paddy keep having a seizure down there? What's going on?
I don't know, but I noticed that too. Yeah, they just like
the thing that makes you want to buy more.
I want to click on Paddy.
Hey.
And then it's won a bunch of awards, but to be fair, are
never saw that movie.
Somewhat not really relevant nowadays. You know,
no one's watched Monty Python. To be fair, Monty Python. To be fair,
maybe that's a topic for a different day. But I was going to say, how do you guys feel about rewards with whiskey? But yeah, that's definitely something we should discuss maybe next time. So it all depends on the where they get it from. There's a lot of places that you can get some rewards pretty easily.
Well, this award, we were not last award.
We were not last. All right, well, shout outs. Let me do my shout outs. Overall, I think the Paddy's Irish Whiskey is a solid product for the money. Definitely a value in the Irish whiskey world. A little bit different, a little unique, a little bit more on the punchy side than your typical super smooth Irish whiskey. So if you're interested in that, and like I said, it kind of was a little bit reminiscent of Scotch. So I mean, I would still recommend it. Me and Bumpy are hanging out tomorrow. So I'm actually pretty scheduled for the next few days. Should be fun. So I'm going to work, and then I got to get out of work, go home, get ready, And I'm going to hang out with Bumpy, and we're going to probably do some reviews and maybe do beer and cheese. I'm assuming that's what Bumpy has planned. And yeah, so look out for that. Check out Beer and Cheese with Beerman for sure tomorrow. 8:30, right? I know he's been going a little bit later.
He's been going at 8:30 mostly, but Bearman's in the chat, so you can probably chime in on that.
So yeah, so look out for that tomorrow, and also look out for reviews that I'll be uploading in the future, because every time me and Bumpy hang out, we would like to record videos together, of course, you know. And then for my channel on Thursday, we're gonna be bottling the Hefeweizen. I got the bottles. They're sitting on the side of me. The Hefeweizen has been fermenting on Thursday 3 weeks. So technically I could have just went 2 weeks, you know, because then some people like to do the 2-week secondary fermenter, but I didn't have a secondary fermenter. I actually ordered more fermenters. So, I ordered a bunch more equipment. I ordered another 1 gallon. So I have 3 other 5-gallon recipes. I got a stout, Mexican hot chocolate stout, brown ale, and an IPA. And then I also have a 1 gallon German blonde ale. And I also bought a 1 gallon fermenter. So maybe next week I'll do a 1 gallon brew of the German blonde ale. So that'd be really fun. So look up that as well.
Be quicker too, because you'll be able to get your water up to a boil like nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, look out for that Thursday. It's roughly going to be around maybe like 12 to 3. I'm going to try to start somewhat early whenever I leave Bumpy's, because I'm going to leave Bumpy's Thursday morning, and it takes me like 2.5 hours to get home. So I'll probably be home around like at least 11 or 12. And then, of course, you know, I got to just kind of get together, maybe get everything together, and then maybe eat. So it'll probably be around like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Sometime around there, Thursday. And then another whiskey examination Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Possible rate that beer sometime in the near future. I know I haven't really been doing them. I've been kind of busy lately. But yeah, look out for more beer reviews. Just reviewed Moosehead Lager. I'm going to try to upload that tonight. So look out for that if you're interested in seeing my beer reviews. I've been trying to go for more like macro beers, and I realized I haven't done many of the Canadian products. So I think that would be fun. And other than Beerman, on Tuesday, check out Wild Card Wednesday with Eric. And also Alex has been hosting Wild Card sometimes. And he's been going live often. And then, cheers, Big Rome. What's up, bro? Moosehead is fire. Oh, yeah, bro. Shout out to Bumpy's Frozen Pizza Reviews. Cool.
That's right. I just had one tonight, too. I definitely have back stock on those frozen pizzas right now.
Last person I want to shout out. Beer for breakfast. Facts for snacks. He's at 956. He's almost at 1,000 subs. Go subscribe to him. If you're in the chat, you're watching. There's 4 people. If you watch this back, go subscribe to him. He's an awesome dude. He puts out a lot of content, and he's entertaining. He's also got another channel, Watts, WATTS, on the grill. Watts on the grill. And that's his like cooking channel with him and his wife. So yeah, check him out. Hope him hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. And yeah, I think that should do it for tonight. Appreciate you guys on the panel. Dan, appreciate you, bro. FLX Beer Reviews. Bumpyisms. Jesse, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Also, people in the chat, Big Rome, Taylor Dom, Beerman. Let me get this link up in the. There you go. There's the link if you guys want to hang out off air. Hopped Up Beer Review. Cheers to you. Short Style Beer Reviews. Sammy, cheers, bro. Angie. Creative Inspirations with Angie. Mark A. Cheers. And I think that's it. Dave Don, first comment.
Cheers to
usual.
Paddyisms.
Thank you for your continued support, Dave Don. Well, Dave Don's been like first person to comment and
I should make my own whiskey now.
all my live streams. Oh yeah, you can call it Bumpy.
Listen,
Bumpy.
they're gonna see this review. Bumpy's gonna get a cease and desist order from Paddyisms.
Trademark. All right. Another successful whiskey examination. Cheers, everyone. Appreciate all you guys. There's a link if you guys want to come up and hang out with us off air. We'll probably be kicking it for a while. There's a lot of other people live, so maybe we'll pop over to other live streams. Who knows? And yeah, that's it. You guys got anything else to say? Nope. Cheers. All right. Well, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. Link up here. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.